Hello and welcome to Marlington High School as the Lady Dukes host the Lady Quakers. I'm John Taggart with the Straggat Media Network. We got a good matchup here tonight, or today I should say. Both teams split the series last year. Both were at the top of the EBC last year as well and made great playoff runs. This year, both the Lady Dukes and the Lady Quakers come in 1-2 in EBC play so far early in the season. A lot of room for growth as both programs lost star power, moving on to the collegiate level. Salem is averaging about 55 points per game so far this year. Marlington's averaging about 33 points so far this year. Some key players to keep an eye on. Quakers' Riley Hutton and Duke's Chelsea Evanich. About 3 minutes and 40 seconds before tip-off. Both programs warming up. Had a pretty good JV game beforehand, as it was the Lady Quakers JV team winning over the Lady Dukes 31-23. Usually by the JV game you can tell how close the varsity is going to be. Sometimes not, but usually pretty close. Under a minute left. We're going to get set for the national anthem and player introduction, so we're going to sit back here for a minute. As both teams are finishing warming up and getting ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the home of the Dukes for today's varsity basketball contest between the Salem Quakers and your Marlington Lady Dukes. The Board of Education, Superintendent, Principal, and Athletic Director all welcome you. like to remind you that this is an interscholastic contest between high school amateurs. The game is for them. This afternoon's officials were hired according to the rules of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, which qualifies them for their important role in today's game. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of Arlington High School. In keeping with the ideals of good sportsmanship, we ask that you please treat them with respect. Now we invite you all to stand. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we turn our attention to the northeast wall of the gymnasium and our flag as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by senior Duke Street star, Sophia Vigilati.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now for today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Quakers. Number 10, Riley Hutton. Number 12, Riley Flickinger. Number 20, Maddie Norris. Number 21, Lauren Martin. And number 33, Reese Davidson Chuck. And now the starting lineup for your Arlington Lady Dukes. Number 2, a junior, Zoe Fort. Number 5, junior, Allie Gill. Number 3, she's a senior, Bailey Langdon. Number 11, senior Chelsea Evans. And number 15, senior Ava Cloud.
And with that, we're set for tip-off. Again, for the Quakers, it's Hutton, Flickinger, Andreas, Barton, and Davidson. And for the Dukes, it's Mort, Lambden, Gill, Clow, and Evanich. So Davidson and Evanich will be set for the tip-off here. Dukes win the tip-off. Lambden to bring it up. She gives to Gill, almost stolen by Flickinger. Gill looking, back to Mort at the top. To Evanich. Evanich drives, dishes out. Tries to get it back into Evanich, stolen by Andres, up and good by Hutton. One of the key players for the Quakers. Quakers come out in a full court press. Evanich to Lambden, gets across. Clow to Lambden. Lambden takes his three, backs down. Gives to Evanich. Evanich to Gill. Looking inside to Lambden. Back to Evanich. Evanich drives, spins, loses it, and knocked out of bounds by Barton. Dukes retain possession. Gill to inbound for the Lady Dukes. So she gives to Mort. Mort in the corner. Inside to Evanich. Backs down. She's triple teamed. Clow goes up with it. Shot no good. Rebounded by Mort. Mort goes up, no good. Mort gets the ball again. We're going to have a jump ball. Quakers ball. Davidson to inbound. Lady Dukes coming out with a full court. She wants to give. Davidson. Hutton almost lost it. Over to Barton. Barton pulls up for three. And she nails it. Tough shot there by Barton. Big shot for the Quakers. Evanich. Gets it tipped away. Stolen. Barton goes up for the layup. Shot no good. Rebounded by Flickinger. Flickinger throws it up. No good. Rebounded by Evanich. Gives it to Gill to Mort. Mort goes up. She is fouled. 5:47 here in the first. 5-0 Quakers. So Mort will go to the line. First shot. No good. Second shot. She hits it. That puts the Dukes on the board. Dukes come out full court. Quakers break it to Barton, to Andreas. Back up top to Barton, to Hutton. She drives. She's stripped. Picked up by Evanich. Evanich gets across, tipped away to Gill, back to Evanich. She pulls up for a deep three, and she nails it. Almost in the Quakers bench. 5:09 to play, and we have a 5-4 ball game here. Barton for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Mort. She comes up. Brings it across the timeline. Gives it Lambden. Lambden for three. And it falls in. Gets a nice roll. And the Dukes take the lead 7-5, 4:36 and counting. Barton to bring it up for the Quakers. She shoots across court to Barton. To Flickinger for three. No good. Barton recovers. She goes up. Shot no good. Rebounded by Evanich. Mort to bring it across the timeline. Guarded closely by Hutton to Gill. into Evanich. She goes up, in and out, no good. She gets her own rebound. Shot up again, no good. Mort to inbound. To Lambden, nobody saw her, and she goes up for the shot, making it 9-5, 3:55 and counting. Kind of a sneaky play there by the Dukes. Gill and Hutton going at it at the top. To Andres, to across the court, to Davidson, no good. Shot up by Andreas, and it is good, making it 9-7. To Mort, she crosses the timeline. Gill at the top, gets instructions from Coach Zeroulis. To Mort, back to Gill. Inside to Evanich, she's triple team. Mort in the corner for three. Shot good. 12-7, 3:08 and counting. Mort with 4 points in the ball game. Inside to Davidson, she drives, she goes up with it. Shot no good. She is fouled. So she will go to the line. This is her first attempt at the line today. It's Klau's first foul. Shot up. And good. Making it 12-8. 2:54 left in the first. Fast-paced first quarter. Second shot. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded, though, by Andreas. Back to Davidson. Davidson goes up. No good. And we got a foul as Chelsea Evanich brings it in for the Dukes. She will be set to inbound. And she does. To Mort, back to Gill. They break the full court. Gill's going to go. Shot up and good. The defense collapsed on Evanich, and Gill had a free layup there. 2:47 and counting. To Barton, same shot last time for three. In and out, though, no good, but rebounded by Hutton. She loses it. Evanich comes up with it. She gives it to Gill. Somehow it went through Klau's hands right into Gill's. Evanich for three. No good. Fight for the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Quakers take over, 2:25. Dukes have a 14-8 lead over the Quakers. High-paced game so far. Hutton brings it up to Barton. Tipped, stolen, Lambden. Evanich to bring it up. She's guarded closely by Barton. She gives it to Gill. To Lambden. To Evanich. Back to Gill. Down the out-of-bounds line. To Lambden. To Mort for three. Shot offline, no good. Rebounded by Flickinger. She brings it up. Hutton crosses the timeline. Tried to get it to her teammate, and it rolls out of bounds. So Dukes take over. Minute 39. Still 14-8. Looks like Lambden will check out and Gill to check in. Gill to Gill in the corner. They collapse. She tries to get it back out. Stolen by Hutton. Hutton in a foot race with Klau. She goes up. Shot rolls off the rim, but she is fouled, so she will go to the line. Minute 18. That's Klau's second foul here in the first. Shot up. No good. Couple substitutions here. Second shot for Hutton. She hits it, making it 14-9. Mort to bring it up. Gives to Gill, back to Mort in the corner. She pulls up for three again. No good. Rebounded by Lambden, though. Somehow gets to Mort. Mort gets a nice shot there. Backhanded layup to go in. 57 and counting. 16-9 to Flickinger. Cross the Barton. Too high of a pass, and it goes out of bounds. So Mort to bring it up. She gives to Gill, back to Mort. Evanich up, shot, rolls off, no good. Rebounded by Gill, almost taken away by Flickinger. Lambden across to Mort. Mort drives out to Evanich, but stolen by Hutton. Hutton weaving through traffic, shot no good. Andreas gets the shot up, no good. Rebounded by Evanich. Evanich double teamed, stolen by Hutton again. And she weaves through traffic, spins, shot up. No good, almost gets her own rebound, but rebounded by Mort. 4 seconds. Gill, shot at the buzzer, no good. So 16-9 is our score here at the end of the first. Great game so far. Quakers looking for a few more shots to fall for them, hopefully in the second. Shots falling for the Dukes. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout, and we'll be right back. So in a second start of the second, Evanich inbounds to Mort. To Gill. Inside to Evanich, she goes up, she is fouled hard. And they call it travel. So Barton to bring it up for the Quakers. 16-9. 7:43 here in the second. Shot up, no good, rebounded by Mort. Mort almost taken away by Hutton. Evanich pulls up for three. She backs off, goes in for a deep two, no good. Rebounded by Andreas. Andreas brings it up, gives to Hutton. 7:20 and counting. And Barton inside to Andreas. Andreas was fouled and fell. Stays Quakers ball. So Barton to inbound. Deep shot by Flickinger, off the rim, no good. And it looked like it was off of Barton there, so the Lady Dukes will take over. Evanich inbounds to Mort. And she brings it up to Evanich. To Lambden in the corner. To Gill. Back to Evanich. Gill falls. Evanich goes around her. Goes up for the shot. Off the front, no good. Rebounded. Hutton on her way. She gives to Barton. Barton pulls up for three. In and out, no good. She hit one big three right in that same spot. But since then, the last two have not fallen for her. Mort to bring it up for the Dukes. 16-9 here in the second. 6:28 and counting. Mort drives. Tries to get to Evanich. One to give to Mort. Mort went away. Lambden to Gill. Gill pulls up for a three. No good. Overback foul by her sister. Gill. Dukes take over. 6-12. Left here in the second. 16-9 in favor of the Lady Dukes. Barton to bring it up. She gives to Hutton. To Barton, she pulls up from her sweet spot at three. Shot good. Making it 16-12. She knew eventually one of those would fall again, as that's a huge shot for the Quakers. 5:47 and counting. Evanich at the top setting up her offense. She's looking, and it's stolen by Barton, and she's in a foot race that she's going to win. She goes up for the layup, and good. 16-14, Coach Sedulis wants a timeout. As second quarter here, it's been all Quakers, 5:31. Just a 2-point lead by the Lady Dukes. Always a great matchup. Last year, both games very competitive. They split the series. We're set to come out of this timeout. 5:31 here in the second. 2-point lead by the Lady Dukes. Both squads trying to go 500 in the EBC. Both sitting at 1-2. I believe both are tied in the EBC for third place currently. So here we go. Evanich to inbound. Gives to Mort. She's going to bring it up. She's going to be met by Barton. Barton having a heck of a defensive game so far. Almost stolen by Barton. And she fouls Gill. That's Hutton's first foul. Into Lambden. Back to Chelsea Evanich. She's got nowhere to go with it. She gives it to Gill, slips through her hands, over and back. So Quakers take over as they have the momentum here in the second period. 5:07 in the second, 16-14. Hutton to Barton. Barton pulls up from that spot. No good. Almost saved there by number 2, Sampson of the Quakers, but turnover. Mort brings it up, gives to Evanich. She's guarded closely by Barton. She pulls up from 3. No good. Hutton brings it down. She pulls up for a shot. Good, that ties it up. Evanich to bring it across. She drives. Shot up and good. 2 stars of the both programs going back and forth here. Key players for both programs. Inside. Almost stolen. Shot up by Sampson, no good, rebounded. Evanich to bring it up. Crosses the timeline. She spins, she goes inside, looking for somebody, gives it to Mort. Back to Evanich. Evanich pulls up for a deep three and nails it. Huge three for the Lady Dukes and Evanich. She has 8 here in the game. Hutton guarded closely by Lambden. She throws it across to Barton. Barton wanted that three, but she was a little too deep. She's got her shot again. She drives instead. She goes up and she is fouled. So she'll have 2 shots coming. 3:25 here in the second, 21-16 game. Couple of big shots by both the Dukes and the Quakers here early. Couple of big shots, couple of big defensive plays. First shot off the back of the rim, no good. Some substitutions coming in. Like 33 and 24 for the Quakers. So Evanich to bring it up. She spins around Barton. Shot up, no good. Hutton with the rebound. And she has it almost stolen. Gives it to Barton. Barton goes back to her shot, no good. Fight for the ball. Gill comes up with it. Oh, almost stolen by the Quakers. Evanich gets it. She goes inside, and it is almost stolen. We got a little scrum here. Barton comes up with it. She brings it across. She gives to Hutton for a deep three. Little offline. Evanich comes down with it. 2:28 and counting. Fast-moving quarter. Evanich guarded by Barton. Gives to Gill. Inside. Evanich. And we got a foul with 2:17. Quakers number 24, Lesko, on the foul. Mort set to inbound for the Lady Dukes. Got some substitutions. Looks like Maddie Gill's back in. So we have Gill, Lambden, Mort, and Evanich. In the corner to Gill, back to Evanich. She's looking, she spins, she drives, she goes up, and she traveled. One too many steps, she wants that one back. 2:09, 21-17 game. Barton to bring it up. Gives to Hutton. The Flickinger inside to Barton, almost taken away. Davidson gets it up. Shot no good, rebounded by Evanich. Minute 49 and counting. Evanich hucks it across to Gill. Gill's wide open for a three. She backs off. Gives to Evanich. Evanich drives. She's met by 2 defenders. Shot up and good, and she will go for the 3-point play. Minute 37. She's now in double figures. 10 points on the night. (23-17). That's Lesko's second foul. So she'll sit down. Shot coming. Shot up and good. Making it 24-17. Lady Dukes. Minute 35 and counting. Hutton brings it up, gives to Barton. To Flickinger. To Barton. To Flickinger back to Barton at the top. Trying to get it to that spot. Flickinger for 3, and she nails it. Huge shot, making it 24-20. Tight ball game. Minute 10 and counting. Evanich Brings it up. Met by our defense. Gill in the corner for three, no good. And we have a jump ball situation here as Mort went to the floor to get that ball for the Dukes. It's going to be Quaker ball, 55.9 seconds here in the second. 24-20 ball game. Hutton to bring it up. She crosses the timeline, gives to Barton, to Flickinger. Guarded closely by Mort. Back to Hutton. She thought about the three, gives it to Barton, who does shoot the three offline, tipped out of bounds. And it's going to stay Quaker ball. 37.1 left in the second. To Andreas, no good. Rebounded by Evanich. 32 seconds and counting. Duke's going to cross the timeline here. Almost taken away. Mort picks it up. To Gill to Evanich. They're going to look for the last shot here. 18 seconds. They're closely guarded. Into Gill. Gill to Lambden. Lambden pulls up with 12 seconds. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Andreas. Flickinger, 7 seconds. 5. Barton. Andreas for the three at the buzzer. No good. And we're going to end the first half, 24-20. Tightly contested ball game by both programs. Some huge shots by both teams. Hutton and Barton hitting some big shots for the Quakers. Evanich and Mort doing the same for the Dukes. Going to be a great second half. I would imagine this game will come down to maybe a last second shot to a 3-point ball game here. So we're going to take a little commercial timeout. We'll be back right at the start of the third. I'm John Taggart. This is Straggat Media Network.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley. like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley and Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley and Guiley. You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley and Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley and Guiley.
So we're back here, set for the third. Lady Dukes in the lead, 24-20 over the Quakers. EBC matchup, Saturday afternoon. No place you'd rather be. Both teams trying to get to 500 in the EBC. Sitting at 1 and 2 apiece for both programs. Both had great runs last year. Both programs, Dukes and Quakers, key players have shown up tonight. Hutton for the Quakers was 6. Evanich with 11 for the Dukes. Big shots by Barton, by Mort. Going to come down to the fourth quarter. Another historical game for the Dukes and the Quakers. Evanich to inbound. She brings it up. Guarded tightly by Barton. Gets it to Clow, back to Evanich. She drives. Spins. Has a lane, goes up. No good. She gets her own rebound. Gives it to Clow, to Mort. To Gill. Back into Evanich. She backs down. She goes up. No good. Rebounded by Davidson. Gives to Barton. She'll bring it across. 7-17 here in the third. Andrea's shot no good. Clow smothered by the Quakers. Gets it out somehow to Mort. Mort in a foot race. Hutton right behind her. Almost knocks it away. Lambden pulls up for 3. Off the rim, no good. Saved by Gill to Evanich. To Clow. She's doubled. She spins. Now she's tripled. Lambden back for another 3, and she nails that one. A redemption shot for Lambden as it's 27-20, 6:40 and counting. Big shot by Lambden here in the third, giving her 8 on the night. Hutton trying to return the favor. Shot no good. Rebounded by Mort. Mort coming up. Hutton chasing her. Got to watch. Hutton's really good at stealing the ball from behind. Lambden tried to give it to Mort. And this goes out of bounds into the student section of the Dukes. Stopping the clock at 6:11, 27-20 ball game. Number 10, Hutton, to bring it up for the Quakers. Gives to Barton. Barton fakes, pulls up for a deep 2. Off the glass and good. Barton having a good day herself with 6. And a great defensive play. Barton closely guards Evanich and tips it out of bounds. Dukes retain possession. Gill to inbound. Evanich already double teamed under the net. She comes out, gets the ball, gives back to Gill, and we're going to have a jump ball. Gill and Flickinger as Gill falls into the Lady Dukes bench. Davidson for the Quakers to inbound. 5:43 here in the third. Barton brings it up. She tries to get inside and Gill knocks it away. Flickinger for the 3. No good. Rebounded by Mort to Evanich. And she's tightly guarded by Davidson. Gets tipped. A fight for the ball. Evanich comes up with it. To Clow. Back to Evanich. She pulls up at the top of the key for 3. Off. No good. Stopping the clock at 5:09. 27-22 ball game. Great defensive game here. Hutton brings it across to Flickinger. Over. Inside to Andreas. Cross court. Back up top to Hutton. Hutton drives. loses it. Davidson comes up with it and goes up for the shot. No good. A fight for it, and Cloud comes up with it, gets knocked away, but falls right into Mort's arms. She gives it to Evanich. Evanich crosses the timeline. Barton jumps. Evanich spins. Mort drives, double teamed. Evanich doubled, goes up for the shot. No good. And Quakers ball, 4:20. 27-22 still. Hutton. Guarded closely by Lambden. Oh, stolen. And Mort's down. She's a little slow to get up. She dove for that ball, sacrificing her body to come up with a possession there. 4:07. Evanich to inbound. She gives it right back to Mort. Mort to Gill. Gill guarded by Flickinger. Gets across the timeline. Quakers playing very good defense. Tight coverage here. Gill gets around her. Goes up. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. As somehow she squeaked through 2 Quaker defenders. 3:45. Andrea's first foul of the night. Gill goes for her first shot here. Rattles in and good. Making it 28-22. Second shot. Good as well, 29-22, 3:45. Hutton to Davidson. Almost stolen by Cloud. It is stolen by Mort. Cloud to Evanich. Great full court pressure by the Dukes. Barton goes down. Evanich shot off the top of the rim, no good. She gets a rebound. And foul, 3:29 here in the third. Andrea's second foul. Davidson checks out for the Quakers. Evanich gets a wide open shot, and it falls. That gives her 13 on the night. 3:20. Davidson back out to Barton for 3. No good, rebounded by Hutton. Hutton crossed to Flickinger. Guarded by Lambden, backed up Barton. Deep shot, no good, and it goes out of bounds. And coach wants a timeout for the Quakers, so we'll give them one here. 2:57 here in the third. 31-22 ball game. If you like big time shots and tight defense, this is definitely the game for you. As both programs, the Dukes and the Quakers, have had multiple big time shots, keeping both teams in the game, and both big defensive stops on both ends. A lot of steals by Hutton, coming up behind players and being able to tip the ball away for the Quakers. A lot of big time rebounds by Evanich here. She's got a double-double on the night, 13 and 10. (31-22) ball game. (2:57). Both programs battling hard out here today on a Saturday. Evanich to inbound, full court press by the Quakers. Gives it to Gill. She's guarded by Flickinger. She gets across the timeline. Has it knocked away, saved right on the line there. Evanich backs down, goes for a shot. Tipped out by Barton. So Mort to inbound. Gives it to Evanich. Guarded tightly by Barton. She's doubled again. Barton goes up or falls down. Evanich goes for the shot. Shot no good. And Quakers get it. Hutton going coast to coast. Shot up off the top. No good. Evanich with the rebound. She throws it all the way over to Lambden. And just a little off the mark as it bounces off Lambden's fingertips and out of bounds. Quakers take over. Hutton breaks the full court press. Gives inside to Andreas. Andreas goes up. She is fouled. So she will go to the line. She has 2 points on the night. Looking to double her points here. First shot. Off the back, no good. 2:10 here in the third. Second shot, no good. Rebounded by Gill, 2:07. She brings it across the timeline, met by Flickinger. She drives, cut off. Comes back out, she goes back in. Nice step, but shot blocked by Andreas, and Hutton in a foot race again. She kicks it back out. Shot, no good, but there is a foul, so she will go to the line to shoot. Minute 45 here. Number 22, Davidson. First shot, no good. Keeping the score here, 31-22. Second shot coming. Up and good. So she splits them. 31-23, minute 45 in the third. Evanich to inbound. Full court by the Quakers. Gives it to Mort. She's guarded tightly by Flickinger up the sideline, and she is fouled. A little shove there by Flickinger, so Dukes retain possession. Gill to inbound. Inbounds to Mort. Mort drives. She's got a lane. She goes up, takes it. Shot off the glass, no good. A fight for it. Looks like Clow might have it. Jump ball. Both programs not afraid to lay out for a loose ball. So Quakers bring it up. Hutton crosses the timeline, met by Clow. Off the shoe, and number 3 there. And over and back. It's one of those things where you'd rather have an over and back than let the Lady Dukes try to pick that up and get an easy layup or shot. So Evanich to inbound, directly below us. Oh, off the fingertips of Clow, and then Mort. Mort fouled. I believe coach for the Lady Quakers wanted a timeout, but I don't think the ref saw it, so Dukes retain possession. Mort crosses the timeline. She's closely contested into Gill. Gill guarded by Hutton. Barton guarded. Guards Evanich very closely. She spins. She's met. Over to Mort. She spins. She gets down the lane. She goes up for a shot. Nice shot, but no good. Almost rebounded. Mort does a somersault. Hutton. Shot no good. Evanich gets the rebound. Gill pulls up. Off the glass, no good. Off the front of the rim, I should say. Rebounded by Gill to her sister Gill, and then she is fouled by Hutton. Game is getting very aggressive here in the third, 25.3 seconds. 31-23 ball game. Not too much scoring here in the third, but a lot of bumps and bruises definitely. It's a tight defensive game. In the cloud, back to Gill. 20 seconds. Looking for that last shot to Mort. Ten seconds. Evanich with it, guarded tightly by Barton. Barton, she spins, shot up and good for Evanich. 33-23, 10-point game, and that is the third quarter as Hutton tried to launch a full court shot there, but no dice. We head into the fourth. 10-point ball game. Lady Dukes in the lead, 33-23. Barton and Hutton both leading the way for the Quakers with 6 apiece. Evanich for the Lady Dukes with 15. Mort was 6. And Gill with 4. Top 3 scorers for the Lady Dukes. We're going to step away for a quick second. We'll be right back. Start of the fourth, Mort, deep pass to Gill, to Evanich, pulls up from the 3, she drives, she goes up for her shot, rolls off the rim, no good, rebounded by Davidson. Hutton to bring it up for the Quakers. Cross is met by Lambden, drives over top Evanich, shot no good. Gill gets the rebound, looking for a lane, she's got one, she pulls up, shot good. 35-23, 7:30 in the fourth. Quakers looking to put a run together here. Andrea's double team, back out to Barton. Barton fakes the 3, she drives, she pulls up, tries to get the shot over Evanich, and she is fouled. So she will go to the line. She's found by Clow. First shot. Bounces in and good, making it 24-35. Second shot for Barton. Nothing but net. Bring it back to a 10-point game. We're going to have a quick timeout. 7:17 here in the fourth. 10-point ball game. This is one of the bigger leads by the Lady Dukes, about a 10-point lead. They fluttered with 12-15. The Quakers have proven they can cut the lead down. And they're going to look to make a little run here to try to tie this game up here in the fourth. 7:17 left in the game. They're going to have to lean on their defense, and some big shots here by Barton and Hutton coming down the stretch, especially some steals by Hutton. The Dukes just need to keep doing what they're doing right now, applying pressure to the Quakers, coming up with rebounds off the glass and getting some some good open look shots. So Mort set to inbound, full court, as I suspect from the Quakers. It gets it into Evanich, back to Mort. She's met by Flickinger. She crosses the timeline to Evanich. Evanich looking, she's going to set up an offense here. They're very tightly guarded. And almost stolen, Barton behind her. They got to watch for that, as Barton and Hutton love to try to tip it away from behind. Gill with the ball. Back over to Evanich. Guarded tightly by Barton. And now she's doubled by Barton Andreas. She's looking, she's got to give it up. And she turns it over. Flickinger has the ball. She pulls up from three. Off the front, no good. She gets her own rebound, though. Barton to Davidson for three in the corner by the Quakers bench, and she nails it. Huge shot by Davidson. 35-28, 6:20 and counting. Quakers stay in a full court press, and Mort is fouled coming up the sidelines by Flickinger. That's Flickinger's second foul. Inbound to Clow. Oh, stolen by Flickinger. Flickinger looking, Barton, 6:09. Here in the fourth, Andreas to drive. She goes up for a shot. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Hutton. And they wave it off. Shot does not count, but she is fouled. She's fouled by Mort. That's Mort's first foul. 2 team fouls for the Dukes, 1 for the Quakers. Inbounded to Andreas in the corner. Same shot from earlier, no good. Rebounded by Mort. Mort brings it up, coast to coast. Tries to make a fast break, ends up losing it. Andreas brings it back. Gives to Hutton. 5:47 in the corner to Davidson. Thought about it. Where she hit that big shot from earlier. Flickinger to Barton. Inside to Davidson. Davidson loses it. And that'll be a turnover. 5:34. Davidson had that shot if she could have held on. 35-28, 5:34 in the fourth. Evanich to inbound. She hucks it deep, and Hutton and Gill run into each other there right at the timeline. Quakers take over. Nice play by Hutton. She brings it across the timeline to Barton. Barton pulls up for a deep three, and she nails it. Big play again by Hutton. Just what the Quakers needed to stay in at 35-31, 5:15 and counting. They got lucky there. Big break for the Dukes as the Quakers were just about to steal the ball away from Gill, as Coach Sadulis called a timeout in the right time. 30-second timeout, 35-31. After that huge three by Barton there, right in that sweet spot where she likes to hit her threes. She has 11 on the night. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a close game here in the fourth, and it is 35-31. Lady Quakers clawing back into this game. Both teams have big plays on both sides. It's just going to come down to pretty much who has the ball here at the end and who can make another big play. Coach talking with some of his players here before the start. 5:12. Gill to inbound. She's looking, throws it up to Evanich. Evanich with a great grab. Inside, she goes up. Shot good. Big shot by Evanich. 17 on the night for her, 5 minutes even. 37-31 game here left in the fourth. Nice pass between the legs from Hutton. Davidson goes up, misses it. Evanich comes down with the rebound. I believe that's 13 on the night for her. She's met by Barton at the timeline. Lambden. There's a nice pick. Inside, back to Mort. Mort spins, she drives, she goes up. And I believe she's fouled by Flickinger there. That gives Flickinger 3 on the night. Mort will go to the line. These are big shots for the Lady Dukes. 4:32 left in the game. First shot. She hits it. 38-31. 7 points on the night for Mort. Second shot on the way, off the back, no good. Davidson with the rebound, gives to Barton. To Hutton. Hutton spins. Looking, Flickinger, she's got an open 3. She turns it down, gives to Andreas in the corner. Andreas drives, she goes up. Off the rim, no good, rebounded by Evanich. To Clow, to Gill, nice pass. To Lambden, open. Off the rim, no good, rebounded by Davidson, 3:59. Hutton, shot up, no good, but she is fouled, so she will go to the line. 3:52. That's Clow's 4th foul. She's got to be careful the rest of this game. Big shots for Hutton here coming up. First shot rattles in, and it is good. Inching closer. Giving her 7 on the night. Second shot off the rim, no good, but rebounded by Andreas. Andreas goes up, no good, rebounded by Evanich. I believe that's 15 on the night for her, so she's 17 and 15, almost stolen by Barton. Barton, high pressure on Evanich. Somehow Evanich stays in bounds. 3:33 and counting, tight game. Evanich goes up, off the glass, no good. Rebound, no good. Shot by Barton. No good, but she's fouled. 3:20. First shot. Off the rim, no good. (38-32). 3:20 left in the fourth. Big shot for Barton here, and she hits it. Ice in her veins, 38-33. Every point matters going down the stretch here. 3:16 and counting. Barton tightly guarded by, nice pass into Maddie Gill. And it looks like we're gonna have a jump ball. Some nice passing by the Dukes. Shot was no good. Dukes retained possession to 3:05 here in the fourth. 38-33. Evanich goes up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Mort to Evanich. She's looking. She goes up off the front of the rim, no good. 2:48. 38-33 ball game, fourth quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that last rebound, Chelsea Evanich is our new career rebounding record holder.
And with that last rebound, that gave her 16 on the night. That solidifies it as Chelsea Evanich has 773 career rebounds and counting. Huge night for Chelsea Evanich, Marlington Lady Dukes all-time rebounder. Early in the season, first game of the year, she hit her 1,000th point. So she has over 1,000 career points, and now She is the all-time leader in rebounds for the Lady Dukes at 773. Congratulations, Evanich. Hutton to bring it up. Thought about the three. Gives back to Hutton. To Barton. And Andreas somehow keeps possession. She throws it to Hutton. Hutton pulls up for three. Off the glass. No good. Evanich gets another rebound. I believe that's 17 on the night for her. She's guarded tightly by Barton and Andreas. She is double. She's got to get across the timeline, and they call a timeout. Almost a turnover there. Wise timeout by Stadoulis. 2:17 left in the fourth. Tight ball game, 38-33. So Stadoulis is going over the game plan for the Lady Dukes as they break the huddle and come out. Oh, a little early on the huddle break, according to the ref, so they're going to hang out for just a second longer. 29 seconds and counting. Head coach of the Quakers asking his ladies to do everything they can to come back. They've hit some big shots throughout this game. They're going to need to come together if they want to have a shot at going 1-0 and tying and going 500 in the EBC. The same for the Lady Dukes. They cannot take their foot off the pedal now. They need to keep this lead. Inbounds to Mort. Mort looking into Evanich. She's completely triple teamed. She still goes up for the shot. She is fouled. Shot no good off the glass, but she is fouled, so she'll go to the line. 2:10 left here in the fourth. Two big shots for Evanich coming up. That's Barton's first foul of the night. First shot rolls off the rim, no good. She's got 17 and 17 on the night. Second shot, up, and nothing but net, making it 39-33. 2:10 left. Barton to bring it up for the Quakers. She crosses the timeline. She gets it inside to Davidson. Davidson. We're going to have a jump ball as Lambden went for it. Quakers retain possession. 1:57 here in the fourth, 39-33. Barton inbounds to Hutton. Hutton comes up with it. Davidson thought about the three. Gives it to Hutton. Hutton shoots a deep three off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Clow. Evanich to bring it up. She's got to look behind her as Barton was nipping at her heels there. Mort to Clow to Evanich. Minute 35. She drives, she goes up. She's fouled again. And she'll go back to the line again. Minute 30 flat, 39-33. Shot up for Evanich. And she hits it, making it 40-33. Second shot underway. It is up, and it is good. 41-33. Heat is on the Quakers. They got to make some big shots here with a minute 27 and counting. Do they go and try to set up Barton in the corner? No, Davidson pulls up for three off the rim, no good. A fight for it. Somehow Clow gets it. Still a fight for it. I don't know about a series of events there as Clow somehow stayed in bounds while in the air, throwing it back into the court. Bounces in between Dukes and Quakers. Hutton gets it, drives, shot no good, but she is fouled, so she will go to the line. Some big shots here by Hutton. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Minute 07, 41-33 ball game. Hutton with 7 on the night. Second shot. It goes in, inching the Quakers closer, 34-41. We got another timeout, giving Hutton 8 on the night. Barton leads the Quakers with 12. Evanich with 20 for the Dukes. Coach for the Quakers trying to draw up some plays here, get a couple threes, and you're right back in this thing, which the Quakers have been able to do. They've been able to hit some big threes here throughout the game. Flickinger, Hutton, Barton, Davidson, Andreas. They're going to apply all the pressure they can on the Dukes to try to get a turnover here. The Dukes are going to have to play some smart basketball coming down the stretch. Minute 07 into Evanich. She's doubled right away. She's trying to give it away, and she is fouled hard. She walks it off. Minute 02. She's going to go to the line. First shot for Chelsea Evanich. Rolls around and rolls in, pulling the Lady Dukes away from the Quakers. She's got 21. Second shot. Drops right in, 43-34. 22 on the night for Chelsea Evanich. Barton, deep three, no good. Rebounded. Davidson, she goes up. Shot no good, but she's fouled, so she will go to the line, 52.1. That's Mort's second foul of the night. First shot by Davidson. Hits the bottom of the net. 43-35. Second shot. Big shot there. Hit by Davidson. 43-36, making it real close here. Barton comes over to Mort. Mort has to huck it, and she is fouled. Oh, I think she stepped on the line there, so actually it's a turnover. Davidson to inbound, gives to Hutton, 45 and counting, to Barton. Barton thought about the three. She spins, she drives, she goes up. No good. Rebounded by the Quakers to Flickinger for three, and she nails it. Huge three. Like I said before, the Quakers have hit big-time threes in key moments. Flickinger there with a big three, giving her 6 on the night. Huge, huge, huge shot. Just what the Quakers needed to stay in this game, 43-39, but is there enough time left? And can the Lady Dukes hold on? 43-39. Great game so far. Great EBC matchup. As most of these EBC games are usually close, they know each other really well. They've battled for years against each other, always trying to get the edge. Now it's just going to come down to who wants it more. Both teams are probably tired. They got to both dig deep here. Can the Lady Dukes hold on to their lead and go 1-0 on the Quakers in this early season, or can the Quakers battle back and come out with 32.2 seconds? The show's just about to begin. Maddie Guild inbound, or Allie Gill to inbound. Gill looking, gives to Evanich. Immediately double teamed in the corner. She's got to give it to Gill. Gill, she stumbles, falls. She covers the ball. We got a jump ball. Like I said, both teams, they love to scrap and fight on the court. They have no problem sliding across that hardwood floor to come up with the ball. 23.6 seconds, Gill to inbound. Gives to Evanich. Evanich almost fouled. She's tripled, dancing around that timeline. She's doubled, stolen by Hutton. Hutton in a foot race with Lambden. She goes up. She is blocked by Lambden. Huge block there by Lambden. Huge. As Hutton had a step on her and was going to go for the easy layup. And somehow Lambden comes up behind her and blocks it. And Mort sliding across the floor, just like I said before, able to come up with that ball with 5.3 seconds, I believe, is left. 43-39 ball game. These EBC matchups, all these people pay for the whole seat, but they only need the edge right now as everybody's leaning forward, anticipating a great, great, great ending here. Quakers ready, waiting for the Lady Dukes to come out. It's going to be a huge, huge play for the Quakers. Yep, 5.3 seconds, 43-39 ball game. Mort to inbound. You know they're going to try to give it to Evanich. And they do. 4.6 seconds, and she's fouled immediately. We're going to go to the other end of the court. Coach Sedula is telling his whole team to stay back and do not foul. Evanich goes up for her first shot. She hits it. 23 on the night for her. 44-39. Ice in her veins as she hits the second. 45-39. Hutton. The Flickinger, that's a 2. Shot no good. And that's your ball game. As the Lady Dukes win the first of 2 against the Quakers. This is the opposite of what happened last year. The Quakers won the first one and lost the second, I believe. So I anticipate the second matchup to be just as close as this one. Great night for basketball. Great night for Evanich, as she is now the all-time leading rebounder for the Lady Dukes. 773 and counting. Actually, I believe she has 774. 17 and 24 on the night for her. She will be our Straggat Media Player of the Game. So, again, thanks for tuning in and watching this great matchup on a Saturday. I'm John Taggart with the Straggat Media Network. Have a great day, everybody.